Cool, what's up, everybody? I'm Seymour Perspective, here to offer you a little set of some poetry, spoken word stuff, some hip hop stuff. And then after this, I'm going to hop over to the Seymour Perspective page. Let's see with your eyes, space, more, space, perspective. And I'll be doing a live beat set, an acapella beat set with my loop station. And vibing and hopefully finding a way that you can converse and hang out with some people. And then it can be a way to kind of hang out on a Saturday night. And what I would like to do is be able to sample some of the conversations happening through some form of chat. Zoom was kind of whack. Turned out they have been deleting comments from people of color, demanding some action regarding the Zoom bombing, racist Zoom bombing that's been happening in a lot of these spaces. But anyways, tell you more about that in a minute. I had just released a new album called Jaws of Life. I've been working on a little manuscript called Post-Apocalyptic Party Favors. That includes some work from Jaws of Life as well as some other stuff. So I'll read from some of that. I'll read some of the poems I've been feeling lately and digging in quarantine. I'm going to kind of like freestyle my way through. Like I have some ideas and some stuff I want to do, but I'm just going to let it flow. So hopefully there's some folks in there, or will be soon anyway. Much love. This is called Afterword from Jaws of Life. Take me by the lighter brown in my palm. Let's massage into the tender like a balm. We can linger in this refuge in the calm. Ease the tension even if it isn't gone. Take a minute, take a stand, take a step. Take your time, take a breath. Take a second, assess the mental detritus. Brush it off and try to leave it where the wreckage is. Been through the mud, gauntlet in the excrement, blood, sweat, and tears that brought us to this exodus. Bring it in our movement, in every breath that exit us. Live in prayer, emotion, giving life to what will end in dust. But first you gotta let go. Gotta have heard those lies and said no. The voice of hate, the voice of ego, the voice of doubt. The rotten bouquet of emotions that they bring about. The off-key feelings and the silence singing out. That's the gift you offer when it's all you think about. Cars crash and lead to catastrophe behind eyelids. Synapse collapse and break bridges to where mind is. And folks sleep without dreaming, speak without communicating, touch without feeling, see without the insight that keeps our motors revving. Being alive is more than being right, it's more than heaven. It's in the darkness, with the hopelessness surrounding, finding the light inside, knowing it is boundless. It's not a flinch in the face of your ugliest form, but making the reasons for higher self to perform. When the dream fades and you feel you've woken up, when you're overwhelmed and your hope is broken up, when the last of your protectors has spoken up, that's when it's time for jaws of life to open up like that. Blur, pain, wreckage, needs hope, needs love, needs effort, perspective, the loss, confusion, hopelessness, delusion, needs you and me to fight for the conclusion. The dark needs light, the hate needs love, needs strength, belief, commitment, and us, the crash, the blur, the pain, the wreckage, needs hope, needs love, needs effort, perspective. The loss, confusion, hopelessness, delusion, needs you and me to fight for the conclusion. Word. So I'm going to jump into a piece from my friend Idris Goodwin. He came out with a new book recently called Can I Kick It? It's really dope. I'm going to share a piece here called World of Rap. When you say rap, there's varieties of rap that's kind of pop. SoundCloud rap. Then there's the real rap. There's rap that's a mix between real rap, commercial rap, and underground rap. Bad Baby. There's all types of rap. Rap prayers, rap gibberish, rap Morse code, rap lullabies, sleepy time rhymes, rap dirges, raps that's really monologues, rap editorials, rap written on post-it notes, raps off the top of the dome, because I don't write and I can make this handkerchief turn into a dove. All types. I mean, you got your gangster rap, your underground rap, your penthouse rap, your satellite rap, your nebula rap, your heavenly rap, Christian rap, devil rap, demonic rap, angel rap, emo rap, Nemo rap, Dory rap, rap in the big boy pants, rap in the Easter suit, resurrection raps, black rap, biracial rap, polyracial rap, political rap about these clowns, clownish raps about these mimes, oxymoronic rap, Rick Moranis rap, shock rap, horrorcore, the rapping Corys, Humpty rap, poppy rap, sesame seed rap, grilled rap, barbecue rap, Cajun rap, raps with two horns, raps with one horn, aka universal rap, rap for the blind, rap for the deaf, aka Def Jams, jelly rap, Nelly rap, telly rap, Elmo rap, Big Bird rap, vegan rap, raps made from vegans. And that's just rap. Don't get me started on hip hop. I'm going to jump over to another piece from another poet. This is somebody that came out of the community that I was connected to in Chicago, around young Chicago authors. This is Jose Olivares, and this is his new book, Citizen Illegal. It's called Mexican American Disambiguation. And I felt it was appropriate because he wrote this after Idris Goodwin. My parents are Mexican who are not to be confused with Mexican Americans or Chicanos. I am a Chicano from Chicago, which means I am Mexican American with a fancy college degree and a few tattoos. My parents are Mexican who are not to be confused with Mexicans still living in Mexico. Those Mexicans call themselves Mexicanos. White folks at parties call them pobrecitos. American colleges call them international students and diverse. My mom was white in Mexico and my dad was mestizo, and after they crossed the border they became diverse and minorities and ethnic and exotic. But my parents call themselves Mexicanos, who again should not be confused from Mexicanos living in Mexico. Those Mexicanos might call my family gringos, which is the word my family calls white folks, and white folks call my parents interracial. Colleges say, put them on a brochure. My parents say, ¿Qué significa esa palabra? I point out that all the men in my family marry lighter-skinned women. That's the Chicano in me, which means it's the fancy college degrees in me, which also diverse of me. Everything in me is diverse, even when I eat American foods like hamburgers, which, to clarify, are American when a white person eats them and diverse when my family eats them. So much of America can be understood like this. My parents were undocumented when they came to this country, and by undocumented, I mean sin papeles, and by sin papeles, I mean royally fucked, which should not be confused with the American dream, though the two are cousins. Colleges are not looking for undocumented diversity. My dad became a citizen, which should not be confused with keys to the house. We were safe from deportation, which should not be confused with walking the plank, though they're cousins. I call that sociology, but that's just the Chicano in me, who should not be confused with the diversity in me, or the Mexicano in me, or who is constantly fighting with upwardly mobile in me, who is good friends with the Mexican American in me, who the colleges love, but only on brochures, who the government calls non-white, Hispanic, or white, Hispanic, who my parents call mijo, even when I don't come home so much. I'm going to do another quick one from him. He has a beautiful series of tiny pieces called Mexican Heaven in here. This is one of them. Jesus has Mexican Heaven. Jesus has a tattoo of La Virgen de Guadalupe covering his back. Turns out he's your cousin, Jesus. Am I still in here? Okay, tight. I'm going to do a piece called Time Traveler's Prayer. And this is one of my pieces again. East, bow. West, bow. North, south, life, bow, earthly furnace, vents to the firmament. If you permit it, the quest will be permanent. Little son, daughter, sway hips to split dark. Dendritic phantoms push back against stark. Juxtapositions, intentions are set in. Ring of hope sealed by hearts unrelenting. Mothers and fathers of mothers and fathers of mothers and fathers, help. Heart through hand, spirit through sound, rumblings of beat shake dirt off the ground, convergence of pressurized wind, great dance of air on breath when we sing, threads through space making tapestry, cover one window of view where we have to be everywhere through one window. Locked latch, hidden key, offer self in a search. Worthiest cause, draw substance from absence, reach into void, retrieve deepest passions, emptiest spaces and pages of history, too clean to depict all these ages of misery. Nothing that white can stay that white for that long. Can't learn most from what's taught but what's not. What's refused to address many loopholes in plot. Afraid, they are afraid of the absence and passions they've made. We call to you, negative space. Call on your lifeblood, wisdom and grace. Call on the mystery, call on what's known. Call on the righteous that have walked this globe. Calling on pens dipped in blood, written in flesh over bones in the mud. Histories burned in our souls that won't rest. Rising up now to put time to the test. This next piece is called Time Traveler's Prayer Cutscene. She's waiting in Kazimierz, a seed sheltered by rubble, waiting, a seed hidden in the beekeeper's closet, waiting, in the poems of warrior kings, waiting, in gold Arabun, ambling through mazes to answer where we wait, breath-baiting destiny long past, hauled back from yesterday's pages not yet written, waiting, inspecting the creases in each other's hands, pointing to the sky about love. Back tickles like waves in chests, like oceans that rise and fall. A door opens. The woman like tree says, wait. Close your eyes and open your hands. So we wait till the seeds drop in our empty silos and echo like so much laughter. Word. Wow. This piece seems, I wasn't planning on reading this. This is a rap, and it's not something I typically read or share. I did release it on the kind of prequel to Jaws of Life, which is like a mixtape full of actually original music. It's close to an hour-long project, actually. It's all original stuff. Some stuff you may have heard, some stuff you may have missed, some stuff that's never seen the light of day. It's got interview snippets and stuff. But this is called The Environment. And in parentheses, political climate crisis. Take a deep breath in, choke on the toxins. Don't regulate the waste, there's no option but opt in. So when the sickly river oil slicks, just walk in, out of your front door, into no oxygen. Poison has rights too, let it into your bloodstream. Politely smile back as it kills with a smug grin. Cause all the mud and grime's just something to get used to. If you don't want to choose truth, you can get used to. I'm sure you just as soon assume the gloom and doom as groom the plumes of the skewed and putrid fumes as the wretched wings span the skyline. As long as they're yours, your response is, well, mine's fine, so namaste, peace and Ubuntu. But ain't none of it fair and ain't nothing you could do, fool. Culture is the air and the air is the miasma. Whiteness is killing us, but you're calling it asthma. The culture is the air and the air is the contagion. Whiteness is killing, casual and guns blazing. I'm seeing students in a class coughing and sneezing, making each other sick, but we ain't offering treatment. We're so down on healthcare, but all for policing. And if we talk about the subject, it's far from the reasons, far from root causes, far from ground zero. A far cry from justice resounds from down below. Can't just rampant in some areas, right? Maybe it's just a culture, just a way of life. That's the shit you hear when there's no accountability. We're not about the victims, but we're all about the infantry coming into quarantine when there's an outbreak. But who gets the medicine when no one who is brown safe? It must be something in our genes, something in our race that keeps us getting sick, that keeps us in a state. But race is only real in a construct that is laced in magazines and news, in a trusted white face, in a place, in a case where culture is inhabited by people trusting in the law more than law of averages, trusting news outlets more than people who were there, trusting news from sources who make money off of scares beyond compare. It's all but fair, all in the air. We're steeped in the disease, but all we gotta do is care, so we can learn, so we can teach, to get it in the mainstream, to get the sickness from our stare and get all of our brains clean. The culture is the air and the air is the miasma. Your whiteness is killing me, but you're calling it asthma. The culture is the air and the air is the contagion. Whiteness is killing, casual and guns blazing. How long has it been so far? Sorry, I haven't been watching the time. Maybe I'll do one more piece here. Hey Tony, you there? One more piece? Two more pieces? You got something? Okay. We'll see. This piece is called Dandelions. Also on Jaws of Life. Available now. You can check out my Facebook page, See More Perspective. You can check out SeeMorePerspective.com, find a bunch of stuff at those places about me, where I'm coming from, check out the new projects, etc. The gardens that grow don't happen on accident. Roots run deep and get tapped into madness, like we're mapping the grandest, but we're planting the sadnesses. Steady uproot and be scrapping the tannest kids. Trapped in a land that gives frantic and panicked attacks. See our seeds rise, saying send them all traveling back. Mad and they adamant that stolen land is own, won't be handing it back, but couldn't last in our absences. Keep us around, but won't be having the classes mix. Roses are reserved for the gardens of palaces. But what's a rose by any other name? Just a thorny weed overgrowing the same. And they out of their mind, and they out of their soul, and they out on their own, and they out of control. And we gotta stay focused, we gotta keep reaching into earth, out in world till it ceases. They call us weeds, just an inconvenience. They don't like the way we grow, what they mean is they're intimidated, we're just growing. We ain't assimilated, we just growing. They call us weeds, they don't like the way we grow, try to cut us down. Estranged from our roots, scattered from a family, kept from the truth, making magic from insanity. What we own is insufficient, but we spread it out like it was butter on a biscuit, butter on a concrete, dragging on the gravel. They rub it in and trying to drive it home with gavels. I mean edges, I mean drugs, I mean pesticides, I mean fast food distractions that anesthetized, I mean the fucked up messages are emphasized on the come up. Been working for so long not to take control, just trying to hold on. No home, I sees ride on the wind, searching for some space where we can begin again. No home, I sees ride on the wind, searching for some space where we can begin again. They call us weeds, they don't like the way we grow. Try to cut us down, say we trying to take control, we only growing. Digging in the dirt, pushing through the shit. Garbage in the murk, we're in your backyard, we're at your school, we're in your hood, we're in the truth. We are growing through the pain and despair, but we are dandelions. The hand-picked get care in the gardens, the right food, light water, we starving, we know what you value. It's so obvious, a voice is drowned out by the media and lobbyists. Come out and say it, you really just don't give a fuck. If it ain't affecting you, you giving nothing up. Willful ignorance of privilege keeps taking in countless bodies in the greenage you raking in. You call it gardening, we call it genocide. You call it human rights to kill us off with pesticides. Rights of businesses take precedence to little kids. We treat a foul for trying to get our voices in the mix. We are passing news of death in the streets, told to keep our dignity, accept our defeat. keep our voices down, stay off the air. But we are dandelions, and we are everywhere. Cool. I think that'll about do it for this little set. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found something that is some value to you, that hits you in a way, get you thinking about something, give you some inspiration, or just to nerd out about, or at the very least, I hope it was a good way to waste some time in quarantine. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.